All right, Mardu Aristocrats. So Mardu, for those newer to Magic, refers to this 3-color combination that you see here in front of you of black, white, and red. Aristocrats is Magic jargon for an archetype that's interested in sacrificing its own creatures for value. In Standard, Aristocrats decks in general are headlined by Priest of the Forgotten Gods and Woe Strider here. We also have Witch's Oven, which can sacrifice our stuff, and then notably Mayhem Devil triggers when anyone sacrifices things, which is good with things like Angrath, Rampage as well. Basic idea here is that in addition to Cat looping with Oven, we also have Cruel Celebrant and Mayhem Devil to get lots of damage when your Cat loops. So we played a straight white-black Aristocrats deck without the Cat in it last week that felt really sweet. Interested to see how this 3-color variation with Cat feels. Thanks for the 3/4 of a year, Swallow Baggin. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Sand looks great. This deck has a fat brick house of a curve. It's wonderful. Don't, as if we could talk our opponent into playing poker, perhaps, I think we'd keep this, but as long as we're playing Magic, I think we bottom that one. Hand is literally the GOAT. XL2337, thanks for the 10 months of support. I appreciate you keeping me around. Happy Monday. Yeah, there's a list floating around of people that Biden's considering for positions. Bloomberg was on there in addition to Jamie Dimon. So I'm really glad that we can enjoy the loving embrace of the Diamond 4 rank floor. It's really where I do some of my best work, chat. The Diamond 4 rank floor and I, we go way back. Oh, it's Bernie live? Bernie's probably going to be live a lot, right? We'll get to host Bernie most days this week when I'm done. You love to see it. Sanders is on Twitch, by the way, for people that haven't been here when I've hosted him in the past. Just Bernie_Sanders. I mean, to be fair, Sanders probably didn't personally put himself on Twitch. His campaign did. Man, this cat card is busted, chat. Put the fear in him. Biden camp said that list isn't real. Here's hoping. Must have just had a real life thing come up. We've all been there, huh? Sometimes your toddler or your doorbell or your pizza burning takes precedent over Magic Arena. The real list is worse. I mean, that's probably not possible, right? Oh, I can't imagine Twitch chat is pleasant on Bernie's channel. Saw Sanders' tweet, I want a COVID vaccine for free. I wonder if Biden agrees. Well, what Biden agrees and what the big pharma people that pay him money agree on are probably different things. Well, we'll see. So, unfortunately, this means they get to kill my Gutterbones. But it is what it is. Oh, I'm dumb. I should have... I'm shocking to play this Witch's Oven. I should have a food here. Small mistake. Small but relevant. So, I've got a cat, but they have another Mayhem Devil, so I can't really do anything. And my deck doesn't really have removal in it, right? I've got, like, exactly more Angrath Rampages. Ugh. I mean, you know, this is potentially good. You're in danger. Okay. We might be able to power through here with double Celebrant if they don't find a way to kill my Celebrants. We might be able to power through here. Weird Al already said he am not doing my Corona. That's probably for the best. Well.
If I were you, I'd just surrender.
Oh, they're just making a 2/2. Deal. Ooh, is that lethal? I feel like that's gotta be lethal, right? I haven't done the quick maths yet, but pretty sure that's lethal. Only I could count this out, but you know. Yeah, but each of mine does 3, right? And like I just sack my stuff in response here. Is the plan? So I have 9 on the stack right now. I have 3, 6. I have 6 on the stack right now. So what if I sack the Celebrant, it does 3. Oh, I have a Gutterbone. The Gutterbones was hidden. I forgot there was a Gutterbones hiding under the triggers. Sorry, I apologize. I forgot there was a Gutterbones under there. Apologies. Alright, so that's 12 then, right? I have 12 here. Whoa, look at that. It even pulls their triggers up and pulls mine down. What good software? 3, 6, 9. Damn, Celebrant's fine. Mayhem Devil gonna knock it to you one more time. Getting woe. Getting woe, getting woe, getting woe. Who's excited for this game on your cell phone, right? That's the real question. Who's excited to play this experience on your cell phone? All right. I mean, like, I didn't think we were gonna beat their Mayhem Devils there, but you know, Woe Strider 1, Mayhem Devil 0. That was pretty good. I think I want some claims, want some decrees. Is this basically a combo deck? Yes. Yes, standard is a format littered with combo. This is in fact a combo deck. Is it crazy to trim Gutterbones in this matchup? I feel like it's not. Although maybe I'd like to just like trim one of each of these. Gutterbones is like something to get value with. Although trimming a priest when I'm boarding in claim doesn't seem good. Maybe just go 2-1. Let's do that. That seems fine. Let's do that. I felt like my improv was reasonable there. Meow. Shuffler! Never forget, chat, the shuffler's as rigged as the earth is flat. They're coming for you. Do I Reaper or do I Devil? I feel like I Reaper first because Reaper feels like it will eat a removal spell, and I think Reaper's less important than Devil here. I think feeling a little scorched. Yep. Yep. Think I got a block here, unfortunately. That's not bad. No, because the 2 Fabled Passages allow me to kill their Midnight Reaper this turn. And the boards with Double Celebrant get out of hand real quick. Most excited for an historic anthology, Field of the Dead. Well, you know. You hate to see it, chat. You're a bully. Big old meanie bow beanie. Probably dead here. Will Historic ever matter outside of Arena? Probably not. And that's honestly for the best, in my opinion. Because while they won't say it outright, because, I don't know, gambling or whatever, I'm pretty confident part of the reason why we don't see better management of ban lists in formats like Modern and now to Pioneer is because of secondary market considerations. And if the format's only on Arena, none of that really matters. You just, like, give people as many wildcards as you want, adjusting things. I guess we keep this. We'll bottom of passage. Yeah, if Girl had been on my radar, I probably don't play the Second Celebrant, I play the Oven. Yeah, Historic is just wrapped up into the normal ban list updates from now on, Waterfalls. They as expected, they're unsuspending Field of the Dead, and they banned everything else. So Oko once and Vale are gone, they give us back Field. Update goes into effect on Thursday with the patch. Yeah, big agree. Yeah, I think it would have been nice if they experimented with Oko too, but like Oko's also Oko, so like I don't really have super strong feelings towards him. I don't know, like, I'm not even convinced that, like, Nexus of Fate is that good. And, like, I kind of feel like Nexus of Fate in a post-stomp, post-stomp, and post-questing beast world. No, it's an all-digital format, Dual Josh, that's what we're talking about now. Yeah, maybe killing that's wrong. They just have things to make food. You made that, I made that. I threw it in the garbage. Four-color deck, sweet. It's been a lot of fun. So we're gonna do this and sack to bring back the cat here before my devil gets into play. Fair. I have only 2 cards in my bin. This is a third. This needs 4 to escape, so you need 5 total, including this in your discard pile. It's not a bad draw. This, sacking the goat plus the passage here, allows us to kill the Bone Crusher Giant. Man, do I just attack? I think that's my plan. Yeah, the fact that Bone Crusher Giant is explicitly spell and not speller ability is good for us here. Definitely did not want to take 8 to clean that out. The opponent, I took the aggressive line here because with the opponent being a Jund deck, I think we're definitely the beatdown in this matchup. We need to take the aggressive slant. No, Golos wasn't banned, just Field of the Dead was. Okay, so I think we just kill the geese because they're chump blockers, so like dealing 2 to them now means they don't block 3 points later, which seems good. Yes, they banned Golos in Brawl with today's update. And don't ask me if that's a good idea or not, I don't play that format. The difference between suspended and banned in Historic. So, based on the feedback that we've gotten so far, it would appear that suspended cards in Historic are cards that they are going to look to see if they have the ability to print answers to them in the following Historic Anthology set. So, for example, they cited their unbanning Field of the Dead explicitly because they're able to print cards like Virulent Plague and Ghost Quarter into the format, which is great. I think that's awesome. I think things like something like that is what we've been looking for in a Magic format for a long time. And as someone who only plays digital Magic, I'm excited to see that happen. There's also something to be said too, though. Remember, like, even if Wizards doesn't want to have Historic Grand Prix, if Historic seems popular, there's nothing stopping Star City Games or NRG or Channel Fireball from running Historic tournaments. There are a couple ways to eat this Rhesus here. Yeah, or your local game store. You have 10 people that want to play Historic at F&M. I'm sure your local game store owner would love to sanction Historic for you. You have the people that want to play. It'll be hard pressed to tell you no. Yeah, it seems fine. Bottom the backup Midnight Reaper, I think. Rather have a backup Priest. You can sanction any format you want, Tim Atreus. They changed that F&M rule a little bit ago, back when I was still playing Paper Even. Remember, whatever people will show up and play, you can sanction. You just can't sanction proxy tournaments, is correct. As long as you are playing with real Magic the Gathering cards, you can sanction whatever you want. That's, like, a little unfortunate, but, like, also isn't. So, Borrower plus Clarion likely means that we're playing against, what's it called? The, Fires deck. Do you have your namesake opponent? I would assume this matchup's pretty bad for us. This matchup always felt bad for Red-Black Sack, and I'm not sure that this deck's doing anything that would make that different. Huh? I think I just do this and pass, and then we'll castle into Cat next turn. Yeah, I expect with more people being interested in Historic again coming up, that Underworld Breaches days will be more numbered. I would be surprised if that card's long for that format. Although Nexus of Fate's still legal, so, like, who knows? Could definitely be in. All bets are off because Nexus of Fate's still legal type situation. Rampage out is easy. Remorse in is easy. I think I want Heliod's. I think I'm going to trim a couple of Devils just because they get swept away if you don't have a sacrifice outlet for them. Maybe I don't want this card when I'm on the play. Yeah, I probably do. Yeah, maybe Scap. That's a fair assessment. Maybe they want these formats to be combo focused. That might not be unreasonable. Yeah, right, Skip? You're not. I'm with you. We've been hurt before. I mean, even it could just be that Magic wants to differentiate itself from other card games by being combo based in general. I think this current standard format is pretty combo oriented as well. Like, right? Does anyone disagree with that sentiment? I think I'm bottoming that. Is that how Yu-Gi-Oh works? Never played that game much. Definitely not in a competitive sense. Yeah, fair decks tend to be more realistic in lower power level formats. Exactly correct.
Stand by and watch.
29 weeks, 3 days, 8 hours, 33 minutes, and 22 seconds until Teferi rotates. But, and you know, who's counting? Certainly not me. I'm not counting.
That's more like it.
Cruel Celebrant did turn around itself. Just popped up real quick. That's why they're at 19. I agree, Monkey. I hope somewhere in Magic settles into having fair decks at the forefront. I would like that to be an outcome. I remember when that timer was at 60 weeks. Look how far we've come. Fair. It was over a year when we started. Thanks for the content. Had some extra money. I wanted to throw out my favorite creator. Thanks for keeping me around, Ziggs. We're having a wonderful Monday wherever you're at in the world. It's like, what day of the week is it? Do I want to turn Midnight Reaper into Sign in Blood? I feel like the answer is yes, maybe. Do I really? Let's just pass. We'll attack next turn, so that way I can use Mayhem Devil plus Passage to finish off the Sphinx after it blocks. Yeah, I think what type of combo it is also matters a great deal, though. Like, for example, something like Saheeli Felidar Guardian, I think is a lot better than something like, say, Inverter, just because of the amount of axes of interaction you have for the Inverter combo versus the number of axes of interaction you have for Felidar combo. The types of cards that get to be interactive with it also matter a great deal, in my opinion. So, like, the range of cards that are interactive for something like Saheeli is a lot wider than the range of cards for something interactive for... And, like, this is such a good example of why Teferi's just so good. Like, he wasn't even that powerful on this board, and, like, he just set me so far behind, and now I have to dedicate resources to killing him. Like, I don't even get to do that here. In my opinion, combos that get disrupted by creature removal tend to be more on the appropriate side of the combo spectrum than not. And like, the Saheeli Felidar combo is a combo that like gets broken up by Wild Slash even, because Saheeli goes down to 1 mid-combo, so you can Wild Slash her to stop it. Cracking the Fabled Passage there means that Teferi ticks down from 3.
I've got time.
Yeah, I agree. Combos like Felidar Guardian 1, they're combos that you have cards in your main deck that beat them. You're not boarding in specific narrow cards. Opponent waited to do this on our turn, missing the 4 points of lifelink there. And again, like I said, when we started that matchup, I kind of expected it to be bad for us. That matchup tends to be very bad for red-black sack. And our deck is very similar to that, just with a white splash. How often is Wild Slash Ferocious relevant? It's relevant less often since they banned Nexus of Fate. When Nexus of Fate was legal, there was a Fog deck that played, Fog, which made it useful on occasion. Yeah, this is fine. I can fetch a planes with this. Have 2-drop, 3-drop. They're planning on bringing Arena to Mac anytime soon. They are planning to bring it to OSX soon. Who knows? Did Pioneer live up to all of its hype? It did until Theros released. Theros brought with it what a lot of us around here have been referring to as Combo Winter. It introduced 3 new combo decks, most of which are very difficult to interact with to the Pioneer format. I mean, to be fair, releasing on mobile is a lot easier. Or releasing on OSX is probably easier than releasing on mobile. So now that that's strictly a fair comparison. Devil, very good in these mirror matches. Croxa, yep. I have to take damage here because I'm not discarding my only spell. Let me take another one when Mayhem Devil sacks here. They could be killing my goat. They're trying to kill my priest, sure. So I have like a Fabled Passage here to finish her off. When they Fabled Passage me and target her, I'm going to go ahead and do this, I think, and just cash her in and eat their Mayhem Devil. So they get a couple of triggers here for me sacrificing, but that's fine. They were close to the OSX release, but then OSX switched to 64-bit only and they had to rework it. Yeah, that makes sense. Perhaps they should start with an architecture from this decade next time, instead of starting with one from forever ago. Ooh, Mire Triton sweet in their deck. We just want to escape this back to start. The next turn we can go land 3-drop, 3-drop. Be really mana efficient here. If you responded to the first ping, would your priest live? No, because when I sacrifice 2 creatures with my priest, they get 2 Mayhem Devil triggers. Gosh, that's true, isn't it, Scap? 64-bit isn't even from this decade? Man, the truth comes at you quickly, doesn't it? Man, that's rough. Remember when it was called AMD 64? Are we dead? I think we're dead. I think I just play that because I have to discard this spell anyways. We're like not dead yet, but they have 3 cards in their hand, and their Crocs is going to get to replay here. I have to double block it this turn. Like it's not looking good for our hero. Maybe I'm supposed to have played the 3-2 out so I could draw some cards when these things die, even though it would put my health total low. So I'm just like not going to catch back up without cards, right? So far, this build feels kind of mediocre for a lot of the same reasons. The red-black sack deck felt mediocre to me. Kind of feel like the power level of what we're doing is kind of whatever. Like when all of our pieces come together, it seems okay, but like when we're disjointed like this, our average card is bad. Oh, that's a good thought. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I totally could have sacked that to kill this, huh? I like that suggestion. The reason I didn't make the good play is because I missed it, chat. That's usually the case. That puts a 5th card in the bin for Woe Strider here. They're gonna escape their Woe Strider here, which does get rid of their Crocs at least. We give up our cap, but we get our 5/4 back. We got Celebrant here as well. Yep. Yeah, we have some time here. They scryed top. Let's see what they found. They find a removal spell. Well, shoot. All right, I'm going to 2. Yep, yeah, and their Strider eats our Strider here. That's why this is a big deal. If it was just the hit, it wouldn't be a big deal. They scryed top again. That's terrifying. Bring out your dead. My face is ready to be bone crushed. Stomp it in, baby. Alright, not the Stone Cold Bratwurst. Chris, thanks for the 16 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. White Castle here might help us keep our head above water until Harold and Kumar show up. Ooh, that's sweet. So this lets us start baking our token every turn. Brick. It's not a brick, chat. I think I have to block with this one. because the Celebrant gaining us life here could be an eventual route to victory with this Witch's Oven and this castle. So now I get to make a token, block with the token, eat the food, and I gain 4, so I'm gaining 1 per turn cycle here. Gotta draw a live one next turn. Or we're donezo. Close, but no cigar. Claims of our own. Decrees get in here. Rampage is a pretty medium card. While it triggers our devils, it also triggers their devils. While it can be appealing to try and take out their ovens with Angrath Rampage, if they had oven, they often have food lying around, so you're pretty unlikely to ever snipe this card with the Rampage. We did scrape it out for a little bit there. They hit some running gas at the end, and we hit a string of lands. Just how Magic goes sometimes. Yeah, I wasn't dead that turn, but we just weren't coming back from an active priest at that point, Celeform. Any creature off the top just like buries us in the ground. I think it's right to bin the land there. I don't know what a showcase card is. Anybody help me out? Are those something peasants play for to collect in events for gold? Can I buy them with money? Oh, yeah, I don't really like those cards. I think one of the appeals of making my decks look nice is making them look uniform, which is one of the reasons why I really hate when we have random cards that don't have a foil option. Maybe with the land draw there, I'm supposed to just go 2-drop that turn and be resource efficient. There's some appeal to getting the Mayhem Devil down ASAP, though, with them having Oven out. Makes that effect worse for them. They have 6 cards in their bin, including Croxa here, so that's going to happen this turn. Yeah, maybe I should have gone double 2-drop there. So that way I could be starting activating Priest this following turn. That's what I should have done. Oh. That one, I think Mayhem Devil's better. Kind of surprised to see them not Croxa us here. Taking both my creatures out makes sense. Maybe because that's something they could do, I should sack the Mayhem Devil first. I don't know, I get to kill their zombie here at least because I did the sequencing I did. Could go either way on that. Couldn't you have killed a zombie with Fabled Passage? That's literally what I did. I don't know. Even that build I ended up taking off my website, Nano. I don't know. These low to the ground Aristocrats builds, they've just felt kind of lackluster to me. Just feel like you have to have so many things come together correctly for you. Yeah. Let's try one more, but I think I'm off this. I think I'm off this for the same reasons I was off the red-black deck. The black-white build being a little bit bigger felt reasonable. I think you could slot, we talked about maybe playing Giant Slayer in the black-white build to even make it a little bit interactive as well, but I'm not feeling like this deck has solved any of the problems that the red-black sack deck had. It's like, added another synergy card to like do what the deck wants to do a little bit more consistently, but I don't think it overcomes the fact that like your individual parts are kind of weak in a lot of your games. Angrath Rampage is also a card that's just like not super powerful, especially the awkwardness against other oven decks. I think the suggestion of Giant Slayer over Knight of the Ebon Legion is very reasonable. Yeah, always relocate. Just pop it into the appropriate format channel. If you tag me in post when I'm not streaming, I'll usually do my best to respond. Really, really good example here. Like, working example of just how bad this card is against opposing oven decks. Just gonna throw it in the garbage can here. These mirrors also tend to be pretty unsatisfying from my experience. A lot of gameplay that revolves around one player keeping a particular card in play, and then like when that card stays in play, the game tends to end relatively quickly. Yeah, the Mayhem Devil mirrors there's a lot of awkward situations that come up and you get just like super far behind when they have Devil and you don't, and vice versa. The game snowball hard is the word I'm looking for. They snowball very quickly. Okay, so let's fetch white with this. I'm missing my Mayhem Devil trigger sequencing this way, but the reason why I'm sequencing this way is because I want to Devil and then Gutterbones. And if I Devil first, I don't have a Swamp 2 yet. Plains is the last basic in my deck. So let's do this. Cause I'm snowballing. Do. Oh, they were gonna have to sacrifice that anyways, right? Yeah, whatever. Missed a point. Come at me. missed 2. How did I miss 2 points? I pointed one at their face and one at this. How's that? How's that 2 points? Oh, because they'll sack it to the priest. Got it. Because the priest, them sacking, triggers devil. Interesting. They didn't bring the cat back. I guess if they loop the cat, I get to hit them. It's a pretty free attack then, I suppose. It'll be okay. Like I said, we're snowballing at this point. Get to just be like super sloppy and not have it matter. That's just how it works when you get that far ahead. I think it's just Gutterbones that trims. Let's split the difference here. Gutter is good with claim the Firstborn. You like claim one of their things, then throw Gutter out, and then sack them both to priest. What's my favorite color combination? So, I feel like white, black is my favorite at the moment, but we also only played it one time, so like my sample size on that take is real small. Now, the only time you should be submitting more than 60 post board is if you messed up. You messed up at some point to submit more than 60. Think we just jam these. Playing Cruel Celebrant out here on 2 means Woe Strider doesn't get eaten by Priest on 3, and then we can claim Priest plus sack it to Woe Strider on 4, ideally. So we'll see if they want to trade their Woe Strider for my Cruel Celebrant here plus a card. They may or may not want to. Ooh, that's a good draw. Oh, you know what? I should have claimed first, because if I claim first, they might not eat it in response, because I didn't have something in play yet to sacrifice it to. Small sequencing thing there. They probably still sack it, but I didn't give my opponent a chance to make a mistake. Are we binning here? Is it just the land? I feel like it might be the land. I only had 2 cards in their bin. Vomit. I guess we'll ditch Woe Strider this time. That's what I almost pitched last time. I guess we could kind of derive that they had another one by the fact they didn't eat the last one with the oven. They could also just been a misclick though, so tough to say. Play this out, so if they kill my stuff, I get to draw a card. Still only at 3 cards in the bin, so pretty far away from Croxley coming back and doing anything. Yeah, we activated Castle. Hey, Husing, thanks for the half a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Block here. Take 3 down to 11. Sack the Midnight Reaper, make a food when they target it. Stay at 11, basically, because of Cruel Celebrant. They check deck submissions, usually after the stream herring. Although I think I'm going to be pressed for time tonight. I have to run out and do something with Christy, so probably just publishing YouTube videos and running out. Probably won't respond to deck submissions until tomorrow. Hey, no worries, Husing. We're going to be streaming some Raid tomorrow afternoon, and if you are playing, there's a bunch of us in the subs Discord server that chat about it. We've got a few different Hoaglandia-themed clans. I think I play Woe Strider here because Woe Strider trades with their Woe Strider. They're still 1 card short of escaping, or 2 cards short of escaping here. How's the White Splash been feeling? Underwhelming. I feel like it didn't really solve any of the feel bads I had with straight red black. Like this less than the straight white black build we played Friday, I think. They do have quite the ad campaign. If you want a good way to support my content without spending any extra dollars, though, giving it an install does that. If you give it a play and like it, pop on into the subs Discord server and chat. Usually it syncs every hour, Husing, I believe. That's a good way to describe it. It's like Diablo 2 crossed with the old Pokemon Game Boy games with the freemium model. Very agree with that descriptor. I mean, to be fair, there's probably worse things to have adverts for. Cruel Celebrant with 3-mana Chandra seems good. Yeah, it doesn't seem terrible. I think it's a hard sell to have black 1-drops, a triple red 3-drop, and a white splash, though. I'm not sure the mana really supports doing all those things. I don't even really know that what we're doing is all that grindy. Just mechanically, these oven decks tend to play out very slowly. Oh, Comcast. Okay. Huh. Well. So if they block my Gutterbones, I get to sack a food and kill their devil. My mom calls her Chromecast Comcast. Is that a bad omen? Probably. Alright, so I'm going to sack Gutterbones here. And throw this way. Opponent has to decide what they're doing first here. Oh, they're targeting my devil. Oh. Okay, well, I guess I'll target your devil then. We'll go in on this together. Alright, deal. Your move, Yugi boy. The card acquisition model on Legends of Runeterra alone seems obnoxious. The fact that you can't just like show up and buy all the cards that you want for a whole set Can't speak to the actual gameplay. Well, I will say that as far as the genre in general goes, it kind of feels like if that company couldn't make it work, no one's gonna make it work. Like if Riot couldn't push it through, well that's a good draw. Was that one good, chat? What do we think? Let's tap this red so I have double black for the Gutterbones. So they'll sack this. I'll point my Mayhem Devil trigger at their head. Artifact's gonna make a comeback, something like that. I'm still waiting for my $1 million first place prize tournament coming in 2019. Okay. I also think that, especially like if you're someone that's in this channel, there's a good chance you like non-rotating formats. Like, it's tough for even good new games to come close to Magic in terms of replayability with small card pools. Like, even just having as many cards as Magic standard format is gonna take, you know, a year or more from a new card game. Now, Legends of Runeterra has enough backing that they can probably survive a year or more, so it'll be interesting to see if they do that. So, are they just on like the lose their entire board plan in exchange for a Mayhem Devil? I feel like I'm down for that. Just gonna like lose actual everything they have in play. I'm gonna have some Celebrants, so I'm gonna pick this Gutterbones back up. I guess they have enough cards to escape back a Woe Strider, should they? Should they draw? So they're going to sack something else here, which will then target my Mayhem Devil, and then we'll sack the Mayhem Devil to the oven. Ooh, they forgot to sack it to their oven there. It's a big deal. Yeah, Angry Monkey. I know. It's kind of funny. Artifact being a dumpster fire was probably like the initial push that Arena really needed to be successful, huh? I feel like had Artifact been successful, Arena probably would have struggled a little bit more to begin with. All right, and they're dead, right? We like sack a Gutterbones, we untap, we sack a Cruel Celebrant. GG. They needed to just eat 2 food here, and they didn't. Even then, eating food is just like treading water. I think I'm gonna call it a day. I felt like, I love Oreo. Thanks for the 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I felt like a lot of what this was doing, like I said, was just very similar to what the black-red build is doing, which makes sense. Like, it's basically the red-black build with Cruel Celebrant splashed in. I think my one big piece of takeaway would be, I really am not a huge fan of this card. Like, I think, like, 1 or 2 is maybe fine if you're expecting, like, a lot of Dream Trawlers and Teamer Adventures for, like, because you need to kill Clover. But I think playing 4 is a mistake. I think it's not good. It's like, just so bad in the mirror. I think if you wanted some interaction in the main, Murderous Rider, or if you want something in the 2 slot, Bone Crusher is a very good 2-drop that's red, is reasonable too. You have to wait until it runs out exactly, Celifrum, so as long as you're in chat, it hasn't run out yet. I believe, I don't know if it gives you an exact time. I forget. It gives you a day though. So yeah, if it runs out today, you'll have to wait till it rolls off. And then as soon as it rolls off, you can do it whether or not I'm online or offline. All things considered, I feel like if I were to explore more Aristocrats deck, we actually had someone re-add Black-White back to the queue today. I think this is a build that I'd be interested in exploring a little bit more. I like that this build goes up a little bit bigger with these 4-drops that were impressive. I do think this deck could use a touch of interaction, which would be good. We talked about last time trying out Giant Killers. I think I'm going to try that in this this bottom end of the curve. But other than that, I liked this build a lot. And I think this would be the Aristocrats archetype I would be working on right now. Priest of the Forgotten Gods was a card I was really interested in casting. At any rate, that's going to be it for me for today. Thanks everybody for hanging out as always. A little over 8 hours of Magic. We did some Modern and some Historic, and then wrapped up with a bunch of Standard. Tomorrow's going to be another long stream. We're going to do I believe Pioneer to start, and then Historic and some Standard, and then we're actually going to wrap up. I saw someone just use the Raid command. Raid was happy with my last sponsored segment, so they're doing another one of those tomorrow. It's a game I've been playing a ton of off-stream. If you're interested in a mobile game that's similar to kind of Pokemon, old Game Boy game meets Diablo, it's like a team-building RPG-style game. We'll be playing some of that tomorrow to wrap things up. Easy way to support my content is use the link for that in chat. TV... Atizer, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Hope you're having a wonderful one wherever you're at. Hopefully see some of you all tomorrow. I'm going to hit one more ad roll on my way out the door, and then I'm going to host Mr. Sanders, I believe is still on. So catch y'all later. Remember, if you're in one of the states voting tomorrow, get out and vote. Feel the burn. Catch you later, folks.